This is Matthew Stafford, who won the Super Bowl for the Los Angeles Rams. You know, the Los Angeles Rams. And what's LA called again? Oh, yeah, the City of Angels. This is John Elway, who won the Super Bowl with the Denver Broncos. And you want to see something interesting? I kind of thought they looked alike, but not so much here, but it was here. I saw John had a certain Matthew quality. Very next thing I thought to myself is John Elway was number 7. And well, Matthew Stafford's number 9. But if there's any truth to this at all, well, Matthew Stafford will have been number 7 in high school. And well, not only was he number 7 in high school, but he also was here in college. Kind of like John Elway was in college. And hey, that's an S. Do you know where John Elway went to college? He went to Stanford. Kind of sounds like Matthew Stafford. And then they always tell us even more in plain sight, so I wondered if they had the same middle names. And well, John Elway's middle name is Albert, and sadly that wasn't Matthew Stafford's middle name. But you know what Matthew Stafford's middle name is? Because his first name is John. John Elway, who went to Stanford. John Matthew Stafford. Do you think if we push their heads together, they might fit pretty well? Oh, look at that. That's a pretty nifty fit. And all the symmetry is there. Here's just another with 2 different pictures. Do you see how well it all fits? And well, have you seen the thing I say where I say they always bring their wives with them in their new roles? Well, I couldn't help but notice how much these 2 women looked strikingly similar. And well, guess who they are? John Elway's wife and Matthew Stafford's wife. And what do I also keep saying? They can't shapeshift their damaged tissue away. It's damaged tissue. Kind of like this one right here, the scar to the side of his nose that's rounded, like, kind of just like this one that's had a little bit more time to heal. Rounded next to the nose, rounded next to the nose. And then there's another one right here. You see this circle right there with a hole in it? Right there. Kind of looks exactly like that, right? I'm circling it with a hole, circling it with a hole. And it's all of them. Samuel L. Jackson, Lamar Jackson, Jackson Dart, and Troy Aikman. Sure, that's not the same fallen angel. These are their wives, by the way. Jackson's wife, Troy's wife. Sure, Johnny Manziel wasn't Super Bowl winning quarterback Mark Rippon, and isn't back in the NFL for a third go at it as Fernando Mendoza. I just released an hour-long one of these on Spotify because they censor me when I talk about it. It's an hour long, and I go into full detail on all of it. Go check it out. Have a lovely day. Of course, all this is for entertainment purposes. I don't think there's a bunch of shape-shifting fallen angels getting us to worship them in all of the sports, recycling their characters over and over again, continuing to win Super Bowls, apparently. They're a bunch of fallen angel prideful babies, and they want us worshiping them instead of. Have a lovely day. And you know what? I'm going to end on this. They think they're free because they do what they want, and they know who they are, and they know where we are. But you know what true freedom is? Being yourself and not having to be unauthentic like they are every day of their lives, pretending to be something that they're not. So who's got the real freedom? Who's the slaves? I ask you. Because I am who I am every single day of my life, and I don't fake it for anybody. And they fake it every second of every day of every month of every year for a millennia. It's sad. I actually feel a little bad for them. I do. Other than all their lies and deception. Entertainment only, of course.